If you're a Pilates teacher or you're a Pilates instructor in training and you're looking for some free Pilates inspo on your feed, then this video is for you. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name's Aileen and I'm a certified Pilates instructor from Miami. I'm about to take a quick little matcha break, so I figured now would be the perfect time to share with you 5 free Pilates accounts that I follow on Instagram that I personally have found super helpful when I was going through my training and now that I'm a certified instructor. Just a quick disclaimer, there are tons and tons of amazing Pilates instructors and accounts out there. So just because I don't mention one in this video does not mean that maybe I don't follow them or that they're not amazing in their own way. But these 5 accounts have just personally been the ones that have helped me so much the past several years when it comes to anatomy tips, cueing tips, how to teach certain exercise and ways of branching out when teaching that exercise, gaining more knowledge and different perspectives of the exercises, class plan ideas, and honestly, even professional development in this career. So if you're already a subscriber, you know that I tend to chat a lot, and that's what we're going to avoid in this video. I'm trying to make this short and sweet. My goal is to finish my matcha and finish the 5th account at the same time. Let's see if we can do it. So let's jump right in. First up on the list is Bodyline LA. When I first came across Maria's account, it was the train your eye posts that really caught my attention. I loved testing my knowledge on those posts, and I would try and answer it on my own, and then I would go through people's comments and look at everyone's different perspectives on it. She still does these posts from time to time, so you can go to her page and check them out. But I honestly think that it's such a great way to deepen your observation skills, which honestly is super important as a Pilates teacher. You don't have to be in the studio to deepen your observation skills. You can do it right through your phone because of how practical and useful these videos are. She also breaks down movement in a very simple but thoughtful way, and I just personally love her approach to teaching. So for me, following her account is basically like continuing education, but it's all on your feed, so it's free continuing education. She does offer an Instagram subscription for premium content. I personally am not a member of her subscription, but I have thought about it, so maybe one day in the future I will join. And I think I've also seen that she offers discounts for her virtual classes if you are a subscriber on her Instagram, so just thought I would mention that as well. Next up on the list is Sarmore Pilates. She is someone who is very close to my heart because I had the privilege and the honor of being trained by Terry when I was going through my teacher training program. I still go back to her page and her content so often just for gentle reminders and insights, and she just does such a great job at teaching. She truly is such an inspiration. So I just look up to her and I love the way she teaches and communicates, and she really does stay true to the Pilates principles. Like if there's one instructor who ties in all the Pilates principles to every single one of her classes, it's Terry. She has such a beautiful way of cueing and instruction, and she will just always be an inspiration to me. As a side note, her work ethic, she teaches, I don't know if she still teaches this, but she was teaching like over 40 hours a week sometimes, and like bow down to her. She's just amazing. She's such a hard worker, and I honestly cannot recommend her enough. She's become a little Instagram star. When we were doing teacher training, she had less than 10,000 followers, and I remember when she hit 10K, there was like 10K balloons in the studio, and it was just such a cute moment. So she works really hard, not only at teaching, but also at putting up great content for everyone on her Instagram account. The last reason I love following Terry is her instructional videos. Go check them out and you will know what I'm talking about. She does such a great job from start to finish, from the setup to the execution of the exercise, just walking the client through in just such a beautiful way. Okay, I need to go get some water and then I will share the next one. All right, third on the list, which by the way, there is no particular order to how I'm sharing this list, but it's gonna be Pilates with Nikki. Her posts are stacked with valuable content for instructors. I am a member of her subscription and I do think it's worth it. She does an Instagram live every month and she answers questions. She just has so many helpful tips when it comes to equipment setup and safety, instructional tutorials and cueing tips, setup tips from the workshops that I've done with her virtually, because I have signed up for her classes in person when she was in Miami, and then I've done some of her virtual classes as well. Then I've also done some of her workshops, and one of the workshops that really stood out to me, I think it was going over advanced Pilates exercises. And what I really loved about it is that she had multiple bodies and was teaching multiple bodies. So she really broke down how you can have the same exercise, but the difference would be depending on the height of the person and just so many different factors, and if they had any injuries, and just really tailoring the moves while not straying away from Pilates as a method, but just really tailoring it to the client individually. If there's anyone that I wish I could teach like, it's gonna be Nikki. She is another one right up there with Terry that is just such an inspiration for me, both on the Pilates teacher side, but then also on the business side. I think she's just such a hard worker, and I just love that she also takes the time really to nurture her Instagram account and to share everything that she knows with her subscribers and followers, and I always appreciate when she does post new content. Next up on the list, whether you're classically trained or you're a contemporary teacher, either or, I think we all can benefit from following Class Choreography. I found their page during my teacher training. I think it was my teacher training or maybe shortly after, and I relied so much on them for class plan ideas and just getting creative and keeping things fresh in the classroom. Their Insta is filled with creative flows, teaching tips, and combinations of series that you can truly adapt to whatever class plan you have. If you're looking for something new, like a short little segment to sprinkle into your classes, their page is going to be a gold mine for inspiration for you. It's a great place to go if you're just feeling stuck or uninspired and you're looking for some guidance from other amazing instructors. Okay, last up on the list, we're doing good on time. I'm about to finish my matcha and we're already on the last Instagram account. So finally, I don't know if I'm butchering this name. I totally could be, and I could have butchered some of the other names as well, just FYI. But the last one on the list is Adam, I think McAtee Pilates or McAtee. I'm linking all of these in the description below. So if I'm messing up how you say it, don't worry, you're not gonna go have to type it in on Instagram and find some random non-Pilates account. But his content is super helpful, at least I found for me, if you're looking to brush up on your anatomy. Now listen, I follow a lot of Pilates accounts that specialize in sharing about anatomy and Pilates for anatomy. There's truly so many accounts. I might as well just finish this milk. There's not much left. But what I really like about Adam is the simplicity of how he communicates anatomy, because there's one thing to know your anatomy down pat, and then there's another thing to understand how to communicate that in a simple way, because biomechanics can be intimidating, it can be hard to digest, and I think he just truly does such a good way at making it simple. That's what's important. He is one of a more recent follow of mine. I would say I started following him maybe a couple of months ago, but his account really stood out to me, so I thought it was worth it that he made this list, because I did want to include one anatomy type of account. Since we've got class plan inspo, instructional info, professional development, I just wanted to include a wide variety of everything that you can benefit from in the Pilates industry. All of these accounts are obviously free to follow, but they all also have an upper tier. Like with Nikki's subscription, Bodyline has the subscription, Class Choreography has the membership, Adam has a course that you can take, which I have considered, not right now because I'm doing a prenatal course, but in the future for future CECs, I think I'm going to take one of his courses when I want to brush up on my anatomy. So most of these have options to further your knowledge if you really like one of these accounts. So I did want to mention that. But if you know me, then you might have noticed in my past like vlogs and videos that I mentioned I don't scroll on social media, and that's still true. I really don't. I open up Instagram, I'll look at like the first couple of stories, and I don't scroll, and it's just good for my mental health. So the way that I stay up to date with all of these accounts is very simple. A couple of times a month, I will go in to the pages of the accounts that I just listed and maybe some other ones, and I'll just brush up on whatever new content they've posted. So it's kind of like I set aside time every single month to go over this continuing education, the way I see it in my mind, right? And I just love this approach too, because sometimes when we're scrolling on Instagram, it's not the right time to digest and to learn certain things. So if you kind of just like schedule maybe once a week a little bit of time to go into these accounts and truly just focus on learning and growing as an instructor, I think that's the way it's going to most benefit you to digest all of this content. So there you have it. These are my top 5 go-to Instagram accounts that I would recommend following as a Pilates instructor. And we did it. I just finished my matcha. Let's do a little taste test. Delicious, and I did it while talking. Multitasking at its finest. I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support me and my channel. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope you subscribe. I post one new video every single week, and I would love to have you as part of my community here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!